Yeah, g'day. Welcome back to the channel. I'm out at Thawa. That's the Murrumbidgee River, and I'm going to go for a bit of a wander downstream and check it out. Never been down here before. There's a little path that goes down there, goes up to the back of Onyong house, and I'll talk a bit about that in a second. But first of all, I want to talk about this little hill right behind me. Yeah, this little hill. Nondescript little hill, but it's got a big story. Yeah, back in the early 1800s, when this part of the world was first being settled by Europeans, there was an Aboriginal fellow by the name of Onyong. That's not his real name, that's an anglicised version of it. I won't try to pronounce his real name. But yeah, he was a warrior in the Ngambri and Ngunnawal mob in this area, and he was quite well known to the people who were settling this area here. He worked on the Cumberlong, which is just down there, station, and Lanyon, which is down the road this way a bit. We might get to the back of that in a minute. But yeah, he sort of was. This is part of his little bit of country, and yeah, he eventually died 1852 or 1851 or something like that. He got killed by what I understand was another Aboriginal warrior, and he was buried up on this hill with quite great fanfare, from what I understand, because he was such a well-known character around this part of the town. I have a feeling that this is called Onyong Hill, but I'm not 100% sure. But he was certainly buried up there in an unmarked grave. No one knows where his grave is. There's a whole bunch of messiness about it as well, but I won't go into that. But yeah, pretty cool. I like that part of the history here, that he was such a well-known fella that yeah, got a nice big hill to rest on for the rest of his days. Of course, I pay my respects to Aboriginal people all over this wonderful land, and I acknowledge any Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander people who might be watching. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, so we're out at the Murrumbidgee River, out at Thawa. Yeah, Murrumbidgee. I've never been on this little trail before. I just went for a walk down to the river and come to a dead end, but there is a track that runs all the way along here. I noticed I came out here a couple of weeks ago just to sort of scout what this track looked like, and there was a big gated locked gate there, but I noticed that someone's literally run it over. So I could have just driven down here if I wanted to, but obviously that's not how I would play things. But anyway, so I'm going to go for a wander down here, down this trail. It goes right up to the back of Lanyon, so it goes probably 2 or 3 miles down this road. So I'm just going to go for a wander down. I'm going to find a spot on the river to watch the sun fully come up. Hasn't quite popped its head up over the mountains yet. What's the time? It's nearly 6:30. So sun's coming up a bit later and earlier every morning. It's good. So yeah, so I got out pretty early, and I'm going to watch the sun come up, have a coffee, sit by the river. Pretty good way to start a beautiful Sunday morning. Hey mama. Couple of rosellas. Yeah, I heard a noisy firebird a minute ago on the other side of the river, so it's a good sign. How good is this wattle? Yeah, love it. Love this time of year. Yeah, there's this bloke, this comedian called the 12th Man from when I was a kid. In one of his skits, he did a lot of comedy about Australian cricket, and he always took the piss out of Bill Lawry and Tony Greig. And there's this segment where Tony Greig's talking up the Australian cricket team, which wore green and gold, and he goes, "Oh look, I don't know exactly what he says, but he says, with my worst South African accent, so looking very splendid out there in their green and canary yellow." And then Bill Lawry chips in with, "Canary yellow? That's Australian gold, my friend, and don't you fucking forget it. Canary yellow. And that's it, Australian gold. Waddle, love it. Plenty of wombat holes, which is good. Another one right there. I suspect that's private property up there. Like I said, I've never been here before, so I don't know where I'm going. The sun's just popped up over the hills, so I'll try not to blind you. But just here, there's a hole in that fence, and I can walk along that track on the outside of the property, so that's what I'm going to do, because there's no sign telling me not to. Had to climb through that barbed wire fence 4 times to shoot that. Things I do for YouTube, eh? Wow, this is all right. This isn't a good spot for a coffee, I don't know what is. Yeah, this is all right. Birds chirping. Paddock full of sheep over there going off. It's nice and green, so they're all very happy. A couple of corellas flying by. Life's good. And as you can see, the blossoms are out. Like I said, the wattle's everywhere. Other blossoms, I have no idea what they are. They're probably some imported thing. There's a willow tree down there, which is also shooting. Yeah, spring is here. Yeah, we're a week in. It's the 7th of September. Australia does, yeah, we just standardise our season, so spring starts on the 1st of September. So yeah, we're a week into spring. Yeah, it's also Father's Day today, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, of which I'm one. It's pretty cool. And I'm also a son, so happy Father's Day, Dad. Hey, yeah, my kids are taking me to Mossvale. We're going to go and have lunch up in the Southern Highlands, so I can't stay out for too long. Got a couple of hour drive ahead of us yet. So yeah, they're taking me up to the Southern Highlands. We might go down to Fitzroy Falls and go for a bit of a walk around there and check it out. So pretty good. I love it down the Southern Highlands. It's a good couple of hours away from here, so it's a bit of a day trip, but it's well worth it. It's great countryside through there, and you're right on the fringe of the Moreton National Park there, and great views. Fitzroy Falls is awesome, obviously. Yeah, so we love going up there. It's good. Bowerbird just flew past. Tell you what, I couldn't ask for a better day. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Hard work sitting beside the Murrumbidgee, having a coffee, chilling out. Been a bit home based over the last few weeks. I haven't really got out much. Done lots of walking, but I haven't sort of gone anywhere in particular, which is not unusual for this time of year. I always like to spend a couple of weekends getting my my garden ready. Winter is too cold to go out in the garden in Canberra, and you just freeze and it's cold and it's totally uninviting. As soon as you get a few days like this, you want to get out and start turning the soil over and get my veggie garden ready for summer. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of weekends, and it's a big job. It's not something you just do in a couple of hours. So I don't know what they were. But yeah, so I've been getting my veggie garden ready. I'm gonna go nuts this year. Last year I had a pretty minimalist approach to my veggie garden, but this year I've decided I'll go berserk again and try and grow everything and anything, and just give it all away. Still plenty to do though. Yeah. Soil, I need lots of soil, and that involves lots of shovel work. I'm not thinking too much about that just yet. I might see if I can limp by without too much. Just get a few bags of cow shit or something and chuck it around. God, that's a nice view across there. I'm certainly winning Father's Day so far. Yes, Mount Tennant over in the background. Been up there a few times. Great spot. Every time I seem to go up there, I always get a bit of fog. Like it'll start off like this, and by the time I get up the top, it's all foggy. I'll try again one day and show you the views from up there. It's pretty good. You get to see a fair way out into the Murrumbidgee and over the Brindabellas from up the top there. Which is pretty good. God, the sun on my face is magnificent. There's one sheep over there that's at a completely different tone to everyone else. It's going like bah! Like all the old baritones are out there, and there's this one soprano. Yeah, well, that's my coffee over and done with. Yeah, and what am I? A couple of Ks, 2.5 Ks from the car. So, like I said, this is just a wake me up walk and coffee. I'm going to make my way back, and like I said, we're heading over to Mossvale. So a couple of hours drive ahead, and then spend the day in Mossvale and wander around Southern Highlands. Should be good. So I'm going to head back. So thanks for coming out with me. I know it was only a little short one, but it was a good little opportunity to tell you the story of Onyong. You know, I like those little bits of Canberra history and things that we have. There's a lot of wonderful history here in Australia. You know, we got the oldest living culture on the planet, and it's something we should be celebrating, not getting divisive over. It just drives me nuts. So I just love it. 40, 50,000, 60,000, depending on who you talk to. It's a long time and a lot of story. But for now, I'm going to head back. If you want to see any of my other videos, check out one of these. Until next time, stay safe. Woo. I'll try not to fall down this cliff when I get up.